On the ground, it's Peoples. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Now on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The give. Past the first down marker and still running. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A first down for the offense. To the ground, he's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Runs through a tackle.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
They'll move the wide receiver. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smith. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
Well, the defense needs to find a way to slow this guy down. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has over 100 yards receiving. They have got to find an answer for him.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Going to the running game. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock. But more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
To the air, it's Sayin. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Taylor. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
It's a running room. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the tailback. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Got him downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's loose on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lee. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Simmons. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wallace. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you all...
Pulls in the deep ball. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Fair catch called for and made. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's dribbling. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Powers through the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
That's reeled in. It's Lee. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got a man. It's Wallace. Knocked off his feet.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. That's caught. It's Peoples. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Ole Miss, 21.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield is Simmons. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Here's a heat. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get in.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. A strike downfield. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple on the barrel.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him.
Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. On the ground, it's Peoples. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. The defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Oh, he wants it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Here he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Grab behind the line. It's Lacey. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Unleashes to the end zone. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.